Welcome to CIST 1510 Web Development 1. This is our getting started week. This week we'll just go over where to find items on Blackboard. We'll look a little bit at MindTap and so forth. Right now you'll see that you're in Blackboard. I'm in the student preview mode. This is what you'll see. So when you come to your home page, you'll see your announcements, which will take you to your announcements tab. We'll show you the announcements that will be posted for each week. Briefly go over this. The home page will take you back to your starting page. My grades will show you your assignments through the weeks, the assignments that will be due, and then once they're done, your grades. Now, in my class, you start off with a 0. As assignments are completed, that grade will go up. So you'll see your progress in my grades. Send emails where you'll contact me or classmates. You can send emails through the send email. NetTutor will give you a tutoring link for academic support. Due dates will show you the due dates for all of the assignments. All the tutorials are due on these due dates. I don't accept assignments late, and you'll be submitting these through MindTap. Next link will be your syllabus, be located here, and finally your assignments. Now your assignments this week, all you'll see is the Start Here folder, and then the Getting Start or the link to MindTap. So start here, and when you click there to give you the instructions of what you should do this week. Another link to your syllabus, the syllabus agreement, which is a 1-question exam. Just says that you've read the syllabus and you agree to it. You'll need to do an introduction discussion. Now this week, I'm real lenient on my discussions. Students were still entering the class. Usually on discussions, you have to write a 100-word answer to the discussion by Thursday night, and then 2 50-word replies by Sunday night. They have to be 100 words and 50 words. If there's anything less, I don't accept them. If your post is made on Friday, you do not get the points for it. Your original post is going to be worth 50 points, and each reply is going to be worth 25 points. We have our textbook information and finally my contact information down here as well. So I'll exit the preview and show you what you will see in the next few weeks. Once again, on the assignments, you'll see that you'll have your tutorial folders listed here. So we'll click in tutorial 2, and this is the way your structure of your files will look, your assignment. So you'll have your instructions, the reading and reviews, which will give you links to your assignments, your textbook. And then you have your assignments. So in here, you'll have a link to your lab assignments. You'll have a link to your quiz. And then you also have your discussions for that week as well. And so for example, let's take a look at MindTap. Actually, let me go back to, if you access through MindTap through this link, so this is where you'll set up your account, you'll join in the class. Yours is going to look different than mine. Mine is going to show you the instructor view of this. So over here to the right, you do have the textbook. You have other study material that you can use as well. And to the left here, you're going to have your tutorials. You should only see what's being done that week. So for example, when I go to the tutorial, see that I've got my reading. That is where these links in the reading and review folders will take you. Is to your reading. If you have an animation or some type of video, it will play here. You do have the closed captions you can cut on, as well as looking at the transcript for this. So you'll have your animations listed here. Under code, this is where you'll do your assignment, located here. And under study, this is where you have your review, where you can review concepts. This is like your PowerPoint presentations that you can go through. And then you have a flashcards that you can use as well. These are to help you study the chapter. So looking at the lab itself, and I'm just going to briefly click on some stuff here. to show you how this works. So you can just click Start Now. You can do this as many times as you want to throughout the week that it's assigned. Um, so you constantly keep working to improve your grade. So it'll give you first a summary. It's very important to read the summaries because sometimes as you get further into these, you'll have steps in these that are not graded steps, but it may cause something else not to work. So make sure you always read the introductions as well. Now, where it says the build website button, um, we'll cover that in a minute. But you'll see over here your file tree. These are the different files you will use. And then you have your uh, text editor. And then finally over here, you'll have where you can actually see what's happening. You can also click this area here to open this in a new browser, which is what I recommend you do. I just recommend that you remember to refresh this each time you make a change. So looking at this, we'll go through the steps here. So it's going to tell you what to do in this. So for example, in the author name, I'm going to enter my name and then the date. Um, I would enter that information. Now, once I've finished entering this, you see that I've got these check boxes down here. Well, I click this, and of course, I haven't done this yet. So it'll tell me, exactly how many steps I've missed. And then when you click the down arrow, it will tell you what you've missed here. You'll just need to go back up and complete this. So for example, in this one here, we're working in the file name index.html. So I'm opening up the solution to this and walk you through show you how this checks off. So I'm supposed to put my name and the date in both the index and services. So I'm gonna open both these up and I'm just gonna paste these in here. And then once you close them, these are automatically saved. So like I said, I'm just going to copy this information and paste it in. We'll go over what this information is in chapter 1 and other chapters. So I've completed everything in the head section document setup. So when I click this, now it'll check off and show that it has passed. So when I get the green check mark, I've completed everything in that step. Now, if you look over here, you do have the task options. So if I click this, you'll see that it is completed there. You also see what my grade is right now. So currently, if I submit this, I would have a 10 on this. So once I complete every one of these, that grade will go up. I recommend you complete each step and then check it off before moving on to the next one. So going through this, you'll see that I've got nothing down here. So I'm just going to copy everything and put in here from the solution file. Now, because I've done that, I'll be able to check off all of these items. Sometimes it does take a few minutes for them to catch up. And you'll see that as I'm doing this, the grade does grow. The tasks are checked up off as well. So once I get this to 100, I need to make sure I come in and hit submit. Once I'm ready to send it, you do have to hit the submit button. All right, so the next one's got a review. It tells me how long I've been working on this, how many tasks I've attempted, and so forth. How many times I've pasted into the project. So I can expand the workspace, which just hides my instructions, or you can bring back up your instructions by opening the thing. If you have a problem, if you need me to look at something, you need to come down to the share button. And when you do this, you want to get the share URL and you want to allow write access. Okay, so this, when you send me this link and allow write access, that allows me to actually see the step you're working on and what is being counted as wrong. So this is what you want to make sure that you send me is this link. You'll email it to me, but please make sure that you allow write access. The next one is a help. Find down here this little gear icon. This is your settings, where you can change your themes for your browser. You got autocomplete, escape key stuff, and then reset environment. So if you find that you need to reset your project, you can reset your project and it'll reset it back to the beginning of your document, of your case problem. You'll see that all the items I put in here are now gone. I do want to point out though, you do need to go back and redo the checks. Okay, so if you reset it, remove all the checks. Otherwise, you may have missed a step thinking you've got it completed. Okay, you'll get a lot more experience with MindTap as we're going through the working through the textbooks. One thing I wanted to show you before I close this. Once again, I'm just going to copy my solution file over here. So once again, I can click this button here to refresh. This is that build website button that it was talking about. So it does refresh it over here. You notice that I did expand this and it's not here. So I want to make sure I refresh this web browser as well to make sure that any changes I've done in MindTap now do show up in my browser. So let's work it through MindTap. Like I said, you'll have in each assignment, you'll have your instructions, you'll have your reading that you'll do. You also have a lecture that I've recorded here, and then a link to your assignments. The quizzes are on Blackboard. The labs are on MindTap. The discussions are due each week. The tutorials will be each week. Once again, you do have the closed captions you can cut off. You can expand this to full screen and so forth as we walk through the lessons. So once again, this week, and your assignments for this week are the Start Here folder. Read through this, read the syllabus, complete the syllabus agreement, and do your introduction discussion. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.